Pensacola Opera is a fully professional 501c3 nonprofit regional opera company. It is one of only 4 opera companies in the entire state of Florida and the only in the North Florida corridor. The mission of Pensacola Opera is to enrich the culture of Northwest Florida by producing professional opera performances, educational programs, and other opera-related community events for people of all ages, interests, and backgrounds. Since 2004, Pensacola Opera has toured throughout the region offering live opera productions especially designed for school-aged children. Titles include Little Red Riding Hood, An Aesop Odyssey, Three Little Pigs, and The Billy Goat Scruff, all operas written for children based on literary classics. In the 2011 season, we are proud to add a new production to our offerings, Pinocchio.
Now, we will sit by the fire on cold, blustery nights, and even though your mouth is made out of wood, I'm talking up for the two of us. Good evening, young man. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your father, and you may call me Papa. Now, what shall I call you?
Pinocchio, the opera, is the same story of the popular folk tale and Disney movie about a little puppet who gets distracted on his way to school. Through his adventures, he ultimately learns to always tell the truth, attend school regularly, and obey his father. These lessons are reinforced with the children.
The music of Pinocchio combines all kinds of pieces from standard repertoire, standard operas, arias, duets, ensembles, and the words are changed for the story of Pinocchio. And it makes for a really lovely piece of theater that is a great way to introduce kids to opera.
Pinocchio also helps reinforce a number of national and state learning standards for the arts, music, and literature. A comprehensive teacher packet accompanies the production and is provided to the schools in advance to help augment the academic experience. The primary delivery mechanism for this program is by offering performances in public and private elementary schools. We serve primarily Escambia and Santa Rosa counties, but also Baldwin and Okaloosa counties. Morning at the Opera is one of our biggest opportunities to share opera with young people. Each year, we rent the Sanger Theater for 2 days to allow every 4th grader from Escambia and Santa Rosa County public schools to see our elementary school opera during the school day. Lastly, Pensacola Opera provides free presentations of this opera program in a number of community venues like the University of West Florida and the Public Library System. We are truly committed to serving the community with free and accessible programs like this. All in all, through the in-school tours, Morning at the Opera, and free public performances, Pensacola Opera's educational operas serve over 17,000 elementary school children, plus hundreds of parents, grandparents, and teachers. That's over 1,000 people for each week of the artist's residency.
School shows are great for the kids. We get a chance to come out and interact with them, not only do the show, but do these workshops, and you can tell that the kids just already have an instant affinity for the performers because they're like, oh my gosh, I got to see you on stage and I actually get to talk to you and interact with you. And the fact that they're doing their own show is so fabulous. I mean, I didn't know what opera was until I was in college, and the fact that they're learning about all these things at a young age, I think is such an amazing thing, an amazing program. You can tell that the kids enjoy the workshops, the games that we do with them, and that they learn from it. It gets them kind of out of their box a little bit, which is so important not only on stage, but in life.
On performance days, our artists load and unload our education truck with a giant storybook set, costumes, and props. So not only are they performers, they're also the stagehands.
At Pensacola Opera, our elementary school operas are performed by professional opera singers with costumes, sets, and live accompaniment. Each year, the opera hires a quartet of singers, a pianist, and a stage manager as its artists in residence. These artists are trained and educated in the country's finest conservatories and academic institutions and come to Pensacola Opera to further their studies and real-world performance experience. In residency with the opera for 17 weeks, from January through the end of April, the artists perform in lead roles in the educational operas. They also cover principal roles on the main stage and perform in a number of other educational and community outreach programs. They're paid a modest stipend of $300 a week and are housed in patrons' homes. These artists are very crucial to Pensacola Opera's ability to deliver quality artistic programs across the entire region. Because of its touring nature, the Artists in Residence program is the first and only way many in our region may ever experience a live operatic performance. This is critical to our mission.
We advertise a performance fee of $500 for one performance or $750 for two performances in the same day. Some schools can afford this fee, many cannot. This fee helps support the artist's weekly stipend of $300. There's also the cost of travel and the hard costs of the sets, costumes, props, and royalties. When a school cannot afford the cost of a performance, Pensacola Opera finds a way to make it happen. But we are in need of more financial support to continue to provide programs like this. A gift of $300 will directly support one of our talented young artists for 1 week and their ability to be here with us. It will also subsidize performances at schools requesting financial aid, securing valuable arts programming for our community's children most in need. So by sponsoring an Artist in Residence, you are giving a gift to the children in our community. It's hard to quantify the joy, the inspiration, and the creative stimulation that the kids experience during these performances, but it's valuable all the same. They need experiences like this to succeed in school and in life. There is no other arts organization in Northwest Florida committed to bringing thousands of children opportunities that thrill and excite quite like Pensacola Opera. Its professionalism, regional impact, and multidisciplinary approach make Pensacola Opera a great investment for anyone looking to make a difference. Please join Pensacola Opera with your support of an Artist in Residence by sponsoring a school show or making a general contribution to the education program.